Okay, we are live.
Okay. Call the meeting of the Broadband Authority to order. We have an agenda that essentially only includes one item. Does anyone have any changes or additions to the agenda?
Move to approve as
Second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, it sounded unanimous. Okay, our single business item under new business is the contract with Electricom for fiber installation. Stephanie, you want to give us a bit of background and tell us what this is all about?
Certainly. So with the schools reopening plan and with the COVID-19 pandemic still in full swing, we really wanted to try to figure out a way to get broadband or wireless services to the community as quickly as possible, especially since students are going to be at this point in time on an A/B schedule. So they're in school 2 days a week and out of school 3 days a week, and will need access to the internet to be able to do their schoolwork. So pursuant to the emergency procurement clause in the Virginia Public Procurement Act, we're requesting a contract to be approved this evening between the Broadband Authority and a vendor that the Broadband Program Manager has found called Electricom. They provide very reasonable pricing that is in line with other fiber contracts that we have. They also say that they will be able to mobilize within 2 weeks of a signed contract. And I'll let the Broadband Program Manager speak a little bit more to the routes and to exactly what this is going to look like. But essentially, this contract will be for fiber installation services that will go to certain hotspot points throughout the county where the Broadband Authority will be installing wireless technology for folks to access the internet. So this isn't for supplies. We're using our other contracts for supplies and materials. This is simply for the labor and installation services to get to the hotspots from our network or our current backbone that exists. And what we are suggesting at this point in time is to use, there's 3 different possible task orders or phases under this contract. The first phase is for the Mine Run and St. Just area for installation cost of approximately $335,000. And that money, we're requesting to utilize the $500,000 that the Broadband Authority was given with the first CARES Act disbursement. The second task order will cover Indiantown, Daniel, Rhodesville, Barbersville, Booster Park, and Germanna with an estimated installation cost of $290,000. And the third task order will cover Mine Run and LaFleur with an estimated installation cost of $380,000. And I've worked with the attorney, and how we are requesting to structure this contract is that the contract will be approved, but the task orders will be based on the availability of the funds. The first task order, obviously, with the first round of CARES Act money, the second and third task orders with another $1 million, possibly from the second round of CARES Act money. And the term will be valid through December 31st, 2020, which is when that funding needs to be expended.
Yeah, one of the reasons for calling the meeting on relatively short notice is that as I understand it, these monies have to be spent in such a way that the system is actually turned up and in use by December 31st. So there's a great sense of urgency here because there's a lot of work to do to get all of this done by the December deadline. So,
yes, sir. And this
that's
is really formulated around the fact that the children have to go back to school and we have to get them internet. So the CARES Act money is a wonderful tool that we can utilize, but the emergency itself is due to the lack of internet connection for the school children.
Yeah, the current, just for information, the current plan is that these 3 tasks, these hotspots, would be funded almost exclusively with the CARES Act money. I say it that way because there's probably a little bit of county money that goes into some of the planning and these kind of things, but the actual work and the preponderance of the money would be from the CARES Act money. So it's new money to the Broadband Authority.
How soon can they have any of these in operation? I realize they have to be done by December. Any of them, are we talking in the next month or so, or are we talking 3 or 4 months?
I would say if we get the go ahead to do all three tasks, it is very possible that within a couple of months, we could have some, because there's a few sites that we've chosen to use where the fiber runs are literally just a service drop from the existing fiber.
Okay.
So those could be done really quickly. We have some other work to do at the Broadband Authority side in terms of getting the network ready to actually function, but those pieces are falling in place as well. So I don't know, Louis, we don't have a hard date that we can give them, do we? But you want to comment on that?
I'm having internet problems. I'm going in and out, so I apologize. I'm in the office. We got to select 2 dedicated internet service providers that's going to make this all happen. The committee's getting together Friday. Hopefully we're going to have 2 providers. If we could possibly have a broadband meeting next week, once we get it selected, it would save us a lot of time, and we probably could get these up within 3 months. But if we wait a few more weeks, it's going to take longer. So I'm asking, hopefully that's the key, because Ripahan Electric, I just got an email. Their fiber is going to be ready to us in 2 weeks. I've got Segra fiber. So we basically waiting on this dedicated internet access. So if we can get something moving on that next week, we'll do all we can to get it up in 3 months or sooner.
Let me tell people what that is. That these are the 2 contracts that would operate at Equinix. They would actually be the link to the world. We have a presence, and you've seen some pictures of the equipment that's already been installed at Equinix. These companies are internet providers that would take us basically on the interstate highway to the rest of the world. That's what these 2 contracts are about. And we should, I suspect the selection is going to be made, at Friday's meeting. And then we'd come to the board probably with another special meeting as early as next week. So.
Well, these meetings don't last too long, so I'm perfectly happy to do them anytime.
Okay, good. We appreciate it, because this, especially with this particular hotspot initiative, that this is fast moving. So.
Yep, got it.
The fortunate
any other questions of Stephanie or any of us?
Fortunate reason we were able to pull this off very quickly is because I had a relationship with this contractor who's been trying to do business, and also we've been buying materials, staying ahead because of the COVID-19. And right now there's not much material to be had, and we're in a good opportunity to make this happen. Otherwise, people ain't gonna be able to do this. This is everything's lining up.
Mr. Chairman,
Yeah, I mean, the challenge to the Broadband Authority is if we accept this money, we have to perform according to the requirements that are associated with the money. We don't want to commit to the county to do something we can't do. But we're pretty confident that we've touched all the things. I mean, it looks very doable at this point. So I'm sorry, Stephanie, you were about to say something.
that's okay, sir. Thank you. I wanted to request an addition to the motion that I have put forward. If we could add to that, subject to the funds being appropriated by the Board of Supervisors. That way we won't have to come back to you all for task 2 or task 3.
Okay. That's right. For clarification, on Stephanie's memo in the last paragraph, you see that task 1, she's talking about the 500,000. That money has already been appropriated and is in the hands of the Broadband Authority. But the later 2 tasks depend on subsequent appropriations by the Board of Supervisors. And that's why it's structured as separate tasks, because those monies aren't yet available to the Broadband Authority. We'll have to ask those good folks on the Board of Supervisors to help us out with this.
Do we have those funds already available?
My understanding is they came in yesterday. Is that correct, Glenda? You're muted, Glenda.
Muted.
Yes,
Yeah.
I got a message from Dawn saying we're receiving another 3.2 million and wondering about where to record it. So we finished filling out the survey on Friday that the state was requiring before they sent the money, but the money is here.
Okay, so all we have to do is actually appropriate it at the next meeting and we're good.
Well, there is the matter of having another public hearing because of the amount.
Oh, God. All right.
We have to go through that.
All
Mr.
right.
Chairman, that's a nice challenge for you to figure out how to how to deal with. We're all in this process.
And which chairman would you be referring to, Mr. Chairman?
Mr. Chairman, the only Mr. Chairman in the bunch. Okay, any other questions for Stephanie or items? Susan, did you get Stephanie's addition to the recommended motion? Okay,
I did. Thank you.
okay.
I would make that motion.
I would
Okay.
second that motion as amended.
All right. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, any opposed? I think I heard 4 in addition to myself. Okay, all right. All right, thank you. Any other business to come before this board? If not, I need another motion.
Move to
Yeah.
Everybody's anxious about that. All right, listen, thank you, everybody, for taking time to do this. I think gives us an opportunity to make a difference, so we appreciate it. Thank you
All right.
all. Thanks, Stephanie, for all your work as well.
Great job, Stephanie.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right.
Everyone have a
nice thunderstorm.
Yes, absolutely.
It held off. All right,
Yeah.
thanks.
Bye.